Wait, I got a fucking motivation in, so I gotta keep the motivation to like go 3 hours without doing anything to do this stuff. I really want to do coding, and that what I'm gonna do is finish this as soon as possible and go to programming, because like programming is a really kind of like a hobby to me right now. And let's do, what was that? AWS and stuff like that. Not this. Okay. Skill builder. I think this is it. Access management. Console, car listener. This is not what I'm doing. Okay, this is the user file from that. This one, access report analysis, dashboard. What the fuck is in dashboard? 3 users, user group. Okay, and user group, admin support and stuff. Alright, okay. What the fuck? Where the fuck is that shit? I use it. Yes. I think there was something else in there. Wait, I am. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Brody's 4.4, 4.6. Okay. I just look at the rating. Resume. Alright. And then don't cross this. This shit looks so cool, bro. Alright, okay. And then I think I did do that, but it just logs me out every time. It's like MongoDB, bro. It's like working with MongoDB. Every time, like if I open in the next window, it wants me to log in again and again, bro. What am I saying, bro? For us, ready, small. I did that. Navigate to one. Bring summary. The Python lab will be displayed. Okay. This is what I did 3 hours ago. I'm full of nicotine and full of energy too, bro. I noticed that user 1 doesn't have any permission. What the fuck? Okay, permission not set. Not set, yes, okay. Permission policy is not thing. Alright, and then permission notice that you see an unexpected error message. This is normal. Okay, unexpected access denied, everything, no permissions and stuff. Alright, choose the permission credential tab. What the fuck is that's it. Security credential. Security credentials. Okay, is assigned console password. What the fuck is that? Console password. Yes, where is it? That's console sign in. What the fuck is that? Created at this AR, and what the fuck is that? I think I saw it 3-4 times. Amazon resource name uniquely identify resources. Alright then, and ask access. Alright, it didn't access them. It's loading. Nothing. Allow service. Nothing. Alright, is assigned a concept in the left panel navigation panel on the left. Choose the user group. In the left, choose user group. Okay, user group. Okay, one is admin, one is support for EC2, EC2 admin and stuff, and S3 support, which is a bucket of the storage, brother. Choose the EC2 support group. This will bring you the summary of the page. Choose the permission tab. Alright, permission tab. Alright. Description, username, okay, creation. It's today. Alright. And then permissions. Alright. Add permission. This is. What the fuck? Okay, there's way more than I thought. Is there S3? Amazon S3 full access? All type of stuff. Manage top function, administer access billing and stuff. Alright. I see you, bro. This is kind of fun, bro, when I'm full of energy and stuff. I have managed associated with it covered. Amazon EC2 read-only access. Managed policies are pre-built policies, either built either by AWS or by administrators, that can be attached to the IM users and groups. Wait, what the fuck is the notification now? Bro, the real. When the policy is updated, the change to the policy immediately apply against. What the fuck? When the policy is updated, the change to the policy immediately after immediately applying against all users and group to which the policy is attached. To the policy immediately against all users and group which the policy is attached. Okay, that makes sense. I would thought like everybody gets that shit. Until is to read-only access under the permission tab. Amazon EC2 read-only access under the permission tab, and new browser window opens. Choose JSON. Okay, choose JSON. What the fuck is the JSON at? Do I have to open this? It's about the policy, ain't that shit? Okay. So remaining service none. Okay, summary JSON. Is that it? It's JSON. Alright. What the fuck is he talking about? Choose under the permission tab and add a new browser account. Choose JSON. Okay, JSON. Alright. Alright, JSON policy defines what actions are allowed or denied for specific AWS resources. This policy is granting permission to list and describe information about EC2, elastic load balancer, or watch, auto scaling, the ability to view resources, but not modify them is idle for assigning to a support role. The basic struggle of the statement and IAM policy is effect say what to allow of the IAM policy action specifies the API call that can be made against AWS services. Service resource defines the scope of entire entities covering the policy. For example, specific Amazon S3 bucket or Amazon EC2 instances, or which any means any resources. Alright, Overclock permission. I just want to see the JSON in it. Statement effect allow action. Easy to describe. Did I even choose the read? Okay, read only. Summary. Work limited. Read. What the effect allow? Effect allow. Oh, in the left, choose user group. Okay, I think I choose this stuff. I didn't even read though. Choose the S3 support group. The S3 has a attached to read under the permission tab, and then you will choose JSON. So, alright. User group. EC2 support. Permissions. Lamb. I think that's an AI, by the way. I haven't studied that at all. Choose JSON has policy has permission to get and list resources S3. In the navigation panel on the left, choose user group. Okay. Why do I need to use JSON? Alright, I get that. Users know users. So this card I want. What the fuck? Come on, man. What the fuck is clock was, by the way? Choose EC2 under the permission tab. Now choose JSON tab. I think this is it, by the way. Include, yes. It's slightly different from the other two. Instead of managing policies, it has inline policies. With a policy assigned to just one user or group. The inline policies are typically used to apply permissions for one or situation. EC2 admin policy under the permission tab. Now choose JSON, the public grant permission to view, describe information about EC2 and also the ability of start and stop instances. At the bottom of the screen, choose cancel and then choose continue to close the policy. Um, I don't think I did something about this. It's canceling. Alright, it's kind of detailed, I think. Where the fuck? Add user to group. You have recently hired user one into a group where they will provide support for Amazon S3. You will add them to S3 support group so that they inherit the necessary permission via the attached Amazon S3 readable access policy. You can ignore any non authorized errors that appear during the task that by your lab account having limited permission and will not impact your ability to complete the lab. And okay, okay, let's try this. Let me see. Okay, user. Alright, and then user group to S3 support. Go back. Okay, and then choose the user tab. To user one or something. Choose the in the left navigation. Choose a user group. Choose S3. Create. This is create, bro. So I did something wrong. So EC2 permission. Simulates nothing. Okay, EC2 support. Create group. Group. Do this stuff. Create user. Well, I did something wrong. I don't know what it is. So like, I gotta go here, and I'll use one, and then add user. Alright. Okay, add user to EC. That's easy to know when you have hired. Alright, I can do this. I can do this stuff. User group, EC2 support, and then add user to user 2. Alright, I need user 3 to become the admin, EC2 admin. Alright, why did I even choose that? Okay, alright, and then add user to and user 3, add user. Alright, that's good. User role 26, what the fuck? Alright. Roles. There are many roles. Okay. Alright. In the navigation panel on the left, the user group, each group should have one in the user column. In the navigation panel on the left, choose user group. Each group should have one in the user column. Yes, I got one. Alright, sign in and test users. In this task, you will set the permission of each IAM users. I forgot what the fuck is identity. Okay. Alright, I am signing is display. It will look similar to this in the navigator. To dashboard. Alright, and I am user sign in URL is displayed. It look similar to HTTPS. Alright, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this, bro? Sign in users. Okay, for the users then. This link can be used to sign into the AWS account you are currently using. Copy to the text editor. Open private windows. Mozilla Firefox with the why the okay. Alright, I will do what you said. What the fuck does this have? Bro, I want a new fucking tab, bitch. Control Shift B. Alright, Control Shift B. Alright, paste the I am user sign in link in your enter. You will now sign in as bro, what the fuck? Ain't that supposed to do that? Alright, and then alright, let's try again. Okay, oh, fucking hell. Left of this instruction. Okay, that's so handy. Alright, I think I'm logged in. Alright, let's get started. I am. Okay, I don't have shit. Okay, I'm denied by everything. So, this is supposed to be S3, I think. But read only. Alright, I can see. I can't create bucket. Question mark. Okay, I can't read a bucket, bruh. I think this was only read only, bruh. Alright, where was I? That's your bucket. Bro, is it just S3, bro? I think it's just S3, by the way. Oh, I got specific. So I got permission to do this. Okay, no object. S3 bucket. The name of S3 bucket. Bro, I got no permission for S. E2. To the left of support. Where the fuck is support then, man? Support. What the fuck is the support? I don't want to do this, but what the fuck is going on? Choose the drop down arrow at the top of the screen. Top of the screen, drop down. What the fuck is the drop down, bro? Fuck off, man. What the fuck? Where the fuck is this shit? At the top of the AWS console in the source bar, choose EC2. Navigate the region that your lab was currently in by. I think this is it, bro. Ain't that right, bro? Or Oregon or something. I don't know. No. Alright, I need to US West too. US. Europe, Asia, US, East or something, West too. Yes, it's okay, West too. Alright. I was like lagging for a second. What the fuck is it talking about? Like, left hand choose instances you can't see any. This is because your has not been assigned any permission to use EC2. Alright. Instances. Alright, that's cool. Cool. What the fuck is switch rolls? Okay, so the fuck, man. Do I got paste and go? No. Nah, bro. Alright, here it is. Let's choose that then, and user 2, and then what the fuck is that? Okay, instance ID. Okay, copied. User dash 2. You want me to go to EC2 probably, and I can view the fucking instances right here. That's so cool, my guy. No instances. Alright then, to the drop down support. Alright, okay, I got over intern or something, not done. It says over intern, bro. Okay, I got instances, bro. Okay, I got instances, DT micro. I kinda understand, kind of, but not to the full extent of that. Okay, and there is even now see and Amazon easy to instance because you have read-only permission. However, you will not be able to make changes. Alright, I'll make fucking changes. Okay, instance type, bitch. Can't be with an error. Fucking hell, I think. Free, false, false, false. Alright, free. This blow. Right. Alright, you are not authorized. Okay. Okay. I understand you, bro. Okay, it should be selected. Instance stats. Stop. Instance. I can't stop, bro. Okay, I got hit with a fat error. I can't even look at S3, bro. Okay, S3 bucket. I think I can look at it, but can't do like. I need to intern and stuff. Alright. Now sign in as user 3. What the fuck? I gotta like do this user 3 and then copy and paste. This got admin power. I can do everything about this. Right, AWS. Alright. Alright, okay. Alright, let's stop that instance. or in time. Okay, this was a good ass tutorial or something. Instant state. Okay, click stop. Alright, I want to test this. I want to test. Okay. Alright. Assessment. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this assessment, dude? Server error. And lab. Return to AWS management console. Fuck that shit. Complete lab. Begin the testing. Which of the following best describe the principle of least privilege and I am denying all permission by default. I think this is it. Grant permission. Granting user only the permission they need for least privilege and I am by default granting users all possible. This is not it. Sharing element against among user. This is not it. Between these two, denying all permission by default. This is like saying like you can't do anything, bro. But that's the least privilege. But in IAM that you have to assign something. I think next type of IAM policy is managed by AWS and not modified by what type of IAM policy is managed by AWS and cannot be modified by users. Inline policies we can be modified. AWS managed policy, customer managed. Next question. I think that's it. What does IAM use to define permission for users, group, and policies? I think policies because I've been seeing a lot of policies in there. No, that's not a good way to answer it, but that's the only way I'm going. Okay, a company wants to allow the employees to use the existing corporate credentials to access AWS resources. What IAM features should be a company wants to allow the user to existing corporate credentials. I'm users credential role. I think that's it. Without the following is better for after using the example without sharing long-term access key. They allow you to avoid using IAM users. The roles is like admin and stuff. Provide permanent credential. They automatically scale your this three. I think the finish. How much did I? 80%. One incorrect. Or oh, I thought I choose. Okay, okay. What the fuck am I so good at this? Good at this. IAM rule. What IAM rule can be used for video? What the fuck is this? Identify allow user to access AWS resources using their existing roles, and while IAM rules can be used while with federal users, they do not provide the authentication mechanism itself. Policies. IAM user allow you to grant permission to enlist without. Alright then. Wait, I just want to see what the difference between that stuff. So I'm in the open console. I'm just want to see. I am, bruh. I aim. I am that guy, bro. I am that guy. I am the admin, bitch. Roles, user roles. Okay, user roles, user group. User group. I mean, users. Users. What the fuck was I even talking about? I finished this stuff. Reading 5 out of 5. Bro, what the fuck? You next. I got no certificate after that, by the way. What? I finished this shit, bro. Roles, policies. The fuck is this? Bro, I haven't completed this. Bro, I finished. Okay, I think I need to reload. Please. Bro, I finished. I just want to like, wait the fuck up, profile. Training activities. Bro, I finished this shit. In progress, not in progress, I finished. Submit result, man. Okay. And you better be here. Alright, view next. Please check back here. Alright, let me look at this stuff. In progress. Fuck you, man. I'm sorry, it's my fault, I think then. Highest score. We got scores? Alright. Alright then, bro. Let me users, groups, roles, policies. I don't know about this one, by the way. Multi-factor authentication, FA access key. What the fuck? I didn't study that.
And we'll create a new user. Let's start with user for Michael Scott. And if we want Michael to be able to access the console where we are now, we'll need to tick this box. And then we need to select a user type. Now, these days, Amazon tends to be pushing us towards using the Identity Center. That's the recommended way to do things. That's a whole different video. I've actually got two videos for that. One about the theory, and then one on how to actually set it up and use it. So definitely check those out since it's the recommended way to do it. But I want to just go through the core concepts of IAM generally. So we are going to skip that and just create an IAM user. For passwords, I'll create a custom password. And generally, you want your users to create their own password when they sign in next. I'm going to do that though, just keep life simple, and then we'll say next. We're not going to deal with groups yet. We'll just go next. And create user. Now here are the instructions for how to log in. You can also download a CSV file here with this information, or email the sign-in instructions to Michael. For now, I'm going to copy this URL to my clipboard. We're going to need it a little bit later. But let's go ahead and set up another user. I'll return to the just to view and reuse that is pretty happy. Amazon recommend account does always work as an IAM user and never in the root's full access root account. They need to do more. The user group is a one for developers. And we can add users to groups from this screen. So let's say Pam is a developer. We're going to touch on permissions and policies later. So for now, we're going to skip all this and just say create the user group. Let's create another group. This one for testers. Here we'll add Dwight and Great. And I already have a group called admins. I'm going to add Michael Scott to that. So add users. Select Michael. And there we go. If you didn't have that admins group, just create it like we did the other two. Kind of.
The fuck? I didn't even learn this shit. What the fuck is the title? Introduction. Introduction, man. What the fuck? What is the different stuff related? Pattern scripting. Oh fuck. Accents. Alright then. I'm skipping this for now, but I will come back. So I'm kind of really bored of doing. I'm not bored at all, but I just want to learn programming. Alright, I'm gonna go eat dinner and come back. Wait the fuck up. Cool. Alright. Then what the fuck is this score? Alright. 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 I said I'm gonna learn programming, so like I found out that Python for scripting in general is more highly sought out for becoming a cloud engineer and stuff. So I'm gonna learn the basics of it. I'm not completely new at it, so I think I was in debugging. So let's start with that. And so watch me. Nah, I was in function then. Global, I understand that. Okay, what does this do? Path and indent. I know what end means, but this shit is true. Okay, try and accept. That's cool. Into indent. Oh, I fucking fuck up, bruh. Like, this will multiply with the number indented. Like, alright. It's okay, it's alright. And then it goes to 0 into 0. So first will be like this. And end. And then print this. Save for a second, pause for a second. If indent increase, indent increasing. Wow, okay, true. Print this. This is always print then. You have to put true. And then um the fuck, man. Okay, if indent increasing, that's all true at this. Increase the indent space. Okay. First is 0, indent space is 1. Okay, and then this become this. If indent equals to 20. Okay, it will go up to 20 like this then. Else this decrease the number. If 0. Okay, it's quite simple then. Alright. And then import type mom system and system. Okay. While this will always run while true. Try try what I want to print the fucking say try accept lock. Let's finish accept. What the fuck is that code? Keyboard interruption. Keyboard interruption. Key. I know keyboard interruption. Then break. Fucking I'm from JavaScript, bro. What do you think? I will not gonna do that. And I'm print into how many times I want to indent this. Indent. Indent equals to 0. Alright, and then n equals to every time it prints like n will have fucking what do I want the n to have? Nothing. N to have nothing. And then print star. So it will do this, and then alright, and then what I want is that if indentation, so indentation. Why the fuck should I make this capital, bruh? Make my life easy. DADION indentation equals to true, it should be capital at first. Capital, this it. And then if indentation, so this will run. So this will run, then if indentation is true, then if true, then indent equals to indent plus 1. So like, got that, bro? Indent this set empty string into 1, then 2. There will be 2 set, and I will create a gap, bro. You understanding me? You understanding? If it becomes like this, we don't want that, so we want it to decrease at some point, bro. You understand? If indentation is greater than 20, then indentation equals to false, and else so else indent equals to indent minus 1. If so, we don't want this to go like this and minus 1. It will become a fucking error. So like, we can't multiply a string with minus set. So like, if it hits 0, if indent double equals to 0, so it becomes indentation becomes true. Like, it goes back and forth. Alright, this shit is easy, man. And So what the fuck is time doing, bro? What the fuck is time doing, bitch? Oh, time does sleep 0.1. So it becomes okay. Time does sleep 0.1. Does sleep 0.1. We are gonna okay. Let's open terminal for this. Terminal. Okay. CD. This is document. What the fuck? What the fuck is D? This is a B. Bro, this is DOCUMENT. Fuck CD documents. Okay. Documents ls cd Python. Okay. ls Python 3 load of pi. Bro, why is this shit going here and here? God damn, boy. Alright, alright. Okay. Control plus C. Okay. Keyboard interruption, bro. What the fuck? Keyboard interruption. Control C. Clear. Alright. That shit was cool. System dot what the fuck do we have? Exit. Okay, and then change else, and then -1, and then becomes 0, then indentation becomes true, bro. What the fuck? Then this should go zigzag, bitch. What the fuck is he talking about, bro? Indentation true, while true, and then print this shit with indent with it 0 at first, and then it will start from here, and then goes there. Print this, and time the sleep. This will like make it slower. Okay, that's the best I could explain you. If indentation is first true, indent equals to indent plus 1, 0 plus 1, and indent. Oh fucking hell, bro. Indent. Bro, what the fuck was I even doing? If indent is there. Okay. What the okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, clear path in our world. Okay, change. Change. Okay, what if I did 1? C. Not that good. 0.5. Okay, 0.1. So like, if I remove this stuff, then it will become like, I didn't save, I think. Save, not save. Dang. What the fuck? Control C, bro. Clear, okay. Time to sleep was necessary, but I didn't understand why the fuck do we need this right now. I know what N does, but the fuck is he talking about, bitch? Why the fuck is it like this? Oh, I fucking there's an indent plus this. What the fuck? Okay, why this straight? Why this straight? Okay. Because this goes to other line, bro. What the fuck? Alright, this makes sense. What if I do this? No, this will not run. Okay, keyboard interruption. Accept keyboard interruption. Bro, this happens all the time, bro. I don't need to try, bro. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? We already got, I think. I'll just save that. Control plus C, bro. Keyboard interruption. System call. Line 10 in module sleep. 10. Okay. So this fucking time the sleep gives us, that's it. And it's a keyboard interruption. Interruption. I can do break, bro. Break. Clear. That's the same shit. System the exit. What the fuck? And this is a function. Okay, I'm gonna do this without looking at this. Exploring enemies in the program using stream replication and nesting to draw spikes. So this will look like this stuff. Alright. Alright. Brody animation one. Okay, let's animation.py. Animation1.py. Okay, import time, so it's not like that. System 2. So like, okay, while true, okay, this will run. And then try until they're, so try. Say keyboard interruption system. What the fuck? System the alright. Try it. Expect, okay. try. Okay, let me look at this. First we need these. So into thing multiplied by 4, 4. Okay, 1, 4, 8, 9. 1, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, this is like one square, two square, three square, and four square, 5, 6, 7, 8, then up to 8 then. So like try. We need a for loop for this. For get the fuck up. For okay. For in for indent in range 1 to 9. All right, 9. Okay, indent print. So we want to print this gap. Oh, this it. What the fuck? Into indent, comma, and equals nothing. So it's becoming the same line and stuff. Print indent. Just want to see and time the sleep for 0.1 seconds, which is millisecond. Okay, hello, not hello. Animation 1. Okay, 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8. Okay, alright, this is cool. And then what the fuck? And then square. Alright, I think this is supposed to be like this. Alright, into 2. Let me see what it does. I really want Hyperland, bro, but my fucking demon doesn't support that. 64, 64, it's alright. This here is booming, and then okay, we don't need this, and this become while true, and then for indent in range 9 to 1, comma -1. So -1 rand indent. Let's see. Okay, 9 is not included. What the fuck is happening? Python 3. Fucking hell. Find by name. Okay, cd slash document slash python slash animation dot py. Okay. Python the animation 1.py. What the fuck is happening here? Okay, 8732 no one. Alright, that's okay. -1 to 0. And then print this shouldn't include 8, so like 7. Okay, and then into indent into 2 comma and equals nothing, and copy paste. Okay, 7 to 0. Okay, 0 is not included, 7 is included, by the way. So like, okay, this should work. Up to 0 and then okay, time slip. What? What? My fucking hell! What the fuck did they go? So what? Clear. What the fuck is going on, bro? Indent in range. What the fuck did you do then? 7 to 1. That's the same shit as doing that. True indent time sleep. I did the same, bro. Oh, we don't want that in the same line, bitch. How can I even forget about that? CD document CD Python Python 3 animation 1.py. Okay. I'm really happy after switching to Linux, man. Oh fucking hell. Alright. Interruption, okay. I understand this. Why are function advantages to have To not be repetitive, that's it, and can be called repetitive mainly when does and can handle different arguments uh, like like 1 into 2 and 7 into 2 can be done by the same function by including arguments and parameters, by including parameter, not also argument. When does the code in a function execute? when does the when the function is defined, or when the function is called? When it is called. What's the mean create function? What is the difference between a function and a call function? Function call. Between a function and a function call. Function call. What the fuck is a function call? What the fuck is going? Hey, Golang. Going. I thought that was Golang and stuff. Okay, function call. Difference between. You can save the value of the function in an variable, but you can't with the function. How many? And you need to pass a parameter. No, argument to the parameter in the function. Parameter is like function bracket something, then the variable, that's a fucking parameter, and argument is when you call the function with the number. Yeah. Example. How many global scope are there in Python? How many local scope are there? I don't know. How many global scopes are there in Python program? What the fuck is even that question? What happens to variable in a local scope in the function call? What happens to variables in a local scope? Calls return. They become they become non-existent. The value is removed. Alright. Are destroyed and the memory is deallocated. Alright. Alright, what is return value? I know this. If a function does not have a return, what value of call to the function is? How can it force? Global. You can write global. Data type of none. Um, I forgot about that. Equals none. Get a random number. What the fuck is this? Bro, you predefined the same shit, bro. Practice, write the program to do the following tasks. Dang, bro. I got my... Okay. What the fuck is this signing, bro? Bro, I wish I never grow up. Fucking hell, I'm just 18 in my country, no fucking employment and stuff. Living with my parents is mandatory up to fucking 30 or something. And it's not, or if they never ever get out of the house away from the parent. Bro, I got a Amazon Web Service verification code. Fuck. Oh, it's from 12 a.m. Collins sequence. Write a formula named Collins that has one parameter name number. Okay, got you. If number is even, then Collins should print slash slash 2. I forgot about what slash slash 2. Wait, I need to plug in and return this value. Bro, is you being tired? Yeah. If odd, then Collins should print return 3 into plus 1. Okay, let this run in here. Let me increase the value of here up to 13 15 accidental, but sure. Okay, 14 will be included up to 0. Save. um Bruh. Okay. Alright, why can't I zoom in, bro? It's always happening over here. Alright. What is call in sequence, bro? CPU. Half of it. Swap. Okay. Okay, network Dex. Okay. Alright. I got 16.4. Alright. That's fucking 2 ounces of gold in this economy. I'm just joking. A name that has one parameter. A name. Okay, let me teach what a fucking parameter is, boys. Okay. Alright. Am I recording this? Alright, I'm recording. Okay, what sequence is that? Not this. The code trust or something. QUENCE.py. My fucking git is public initialized repository. Okay. Python commit. Yes. Open git log. Commit. They didn't go, I think. Bro, I don't know that. How the fuck am I supposed to configure Git here? I don't. I haven't learned Git, by the way, up until this point, but can I use man Git config? Alright, I got way too much here. Okay, so let's learn Git from YouTube. Why is this laptop so hard, by the way? This doesn't take that much. Um, okay, he's a good guy. I know.
Git. Zero experience to professional level in one tutorial. Git is a tool that's used in almost every software engineering job. If you want to get a job, you're going to need to know Git, and that's why we're learning it. So we're going to start with this tutorial right away with the most important question. What is Git? So if you've ever used Google Docs or Microsoft Word, they have a really useful feature called the version history. So once in a while, Google Docs will save a copy of your document at that point in time, and then you can find all the copies of your document in a version history like this. And this makes it easy for you to go back to previous versions of your document or to restore your document back to a previous version in case you mess up. Git is basically the same thing.
Come back in a few minutes.
It's a version history for our code.
Alright, I'm
So
back.
it allows us to save past versions
know.
of every file of our code, and then whenever we need to, we can view the code that we had in the past, or we can restore all of our code back to a past version. It's basically a safety net when we're developing software.
Bro, I didn't sign in. Log in with Google. Super simple. Link account. Verification number. Alright, I'm ready. Send me one, bitch. Oh, Gmail. Alright, Gmail. I'm looking. This is not it. Where is it? Boya? Where the fuck is it, boy? All mails. Reddit too. Bro, send me one, bro. Resend the authentication code, bitch. Bro, what the fuck? Primary, nothing. Social, nothing. Promotion, nothing. Wait the fuck up, man. Gmail. Mm. Boy, what the fuck? Okay, drafts. That's mine, I think. What the fuck did I even send? Spam. Oh, here it is. Alright. Look at this. Firefox on Linux. So it's a one-time code, I think. The fuck? Okay. At least nobody's gonna see it. What the fuck is that message? Profile. Bro, Aaron Gotras. That's my name, by the way, but this is. Why is this empty? Why is this shit empty? $5 years ago? I'm going. Not this, bitch. Sign out. Sign in. Log in with Google. Wait, I need to log into another account in Google, so pause. Alright, we're back in business, boy. Fucking hell, wait the fuck up. Oh. Do I need to hide this? Probably. Alright. Web designer, see you at. What the fuck? What technology do you use? I want to learn C. God damn, boy. Alright, cross this and view my shit. Alright. HTML boy.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Version history is a small part of what you can do.
Part
And
1
later on,
bits.
we're going to learn additional skills like GitHub and branching that's going to take you to that professional level. But for now, we're going to start off by learning how to use Git.
This comprehensive course will give you a rock-solid foundation in Git for version control and GitHub for collaborative remote storage. You will learn the core concepts like how Git
Bro, I don't want to learn that right now. I want just a quick one. Know about Git. I want to like. Okay, Moss, give me something.
In this course, you're going to learn everything you know to get started with Git. If you're an absolute beginner, or if you've been using Git for a while and never really understood how Git works, this tutorial is for you. You're going to learn all the fundamental concepts and some of the essential commands that you know. These are the commands that we use every day at work. So by the end of this tutorial, you will have a good grasp of the basics, and you'll be ready to learn more about the intermediate to advanced concepts. I'm Mosh Hamadani, and I'm super... So what is Git and why is it so popular? Git is the most popular version control system in the world. A version control system records the changes made to our code over time in a special database called repository. We can look at our project history and see who has made what changes, when, and why. And if we screw something up, we can easily revert our project back to an earlier state. Without a version control system, we'll have to constantly store copies of the entire project in various folders. This is very slow and doesn't scale at all, especially if multiple people have to work on the same project. We will have to constantly toss around the latest code by email or some other mechanism, and then manually merge the changes. So in a nutshell, with a version control system, we can track our project history and work together. Now, version control systems fall into two categories: centralized and distributed. In a centralized system, all team members connect to the central server, get the latest copy of the code, and share the changes with others. Subversion and Microsoft Team Foundation Server are examples of centralized version control systems. The problem with the centralized architecture is
Bro, I don't like this style.
Git to recreate the Google Docs version history feature for our code. To follow along with this tutorial, you just need to have written some code for. You don't need any prior experience. I'm going to explain every step that we do. You can find the different sections of this tutorial in the description, in the timeline, or by clicking here. With that said, let's get started with the tutorial. First, let's learn how to install Git. If you already have Git installed, you can skip to this time in the video. The installation process is pretty simple. You just have to go to this website, git-scm.com/downloads. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And then what you're going to do is you pick the operating system that you have. And I'm going to start with Mac OS users. Windows users, you can skip to this time in the video. For Mac OS users, we're going to go into this section. And you can see we have several options here. So the recommended option for installing Git is to install Xcode. So there are two ways to do that. The first way is to click this icon, which will open Spotlight, and then we're going to search for Terminal. And then we're going to open Terminal. If you find that the font is too small, you can go here, and then click here to change the font size. So now that we have Terminal open, we're going to type in Git, and then we're going to press Enter. So if you see a message like this, that means that Git has already been installed, and you can skip to this time in the video. If you see a pop-up like this, go ahead and press Install, and that will install Git for you. When that installation finishes,
So
we're
I
going
got
to
Git.
close the terminal, and we're going to reopen it.
Alright, I already got Git, bro.
Now that we've installed Git, we're ready to learn how to use it to build this version history for our code. So I'm going to be doing this tutorial on a Mac, but the steps are the same whether you're using a Mac or a Windows computer. So the first step that we need to do is to have some code.
Bro,
So if
he
you have your own code,
talking
you
about
don't need
Linux,
to use
man.
that. Otherwise, we're going to create some code clean right now. I'm going to go to my desktop and create a new folder that's going to contain all of our code. I'm going to call it Git tutorial. And then I'm going to open this folder in my code editor. Okay. So I'm just going to type out some example code that we can practice with. If you want to copy this code, feel free to pause the video if you need to. Okay, so this is our example code. We just have a console log statement with the file name, and then a console log with version 1, just so that we can track which version that we're on since we are building a version history. It's pretty simple, we just need something to practice with. So Git is mainly used from the command line, which is terminal on Mac or PowerShell on Windows. So to open the command line on a Mac, we're going to click this icon, which will open Spotlight, and then we're going to search for terminal. And then we're going to open terminal. To open the command line on Windows, we're going to search in the start menu for the program PowerShell. And then we're going to open Windows PowerShell. So let's go ahead and open that up. So you don't need to know a lot about the command line to use Git, but you do need to understand one concept. The command line is where we can give commands or instructions for the computer to follow. So for example, I can give this command ls, and when I press enter, the computer will follow this command and list the files and folders that are in the current
Bro,
folder
no.
command line, which contain. So one last thing you have to know about the command line is that if you ever close the command line and then you restart it, you're going to start inside the home folder again. So make sure that the first step you do is to change the directory back into this folder which contains all the code. And that's it. Now we're ready to learn some Git. Now let's create the first version of our code in the version history. So the first thing we need to do is to set up Git inside this folder that contains our code. To do that, we're going to give this command git init. And to run the command, we're going to press enter. So what this does is that it sets up Git inside this folder, and Git is now tracking all of the files in this folder for changes. And don't worry about memorizing these commands because I'm going to put all the commands that I teach you in a cheat sheet that you can find in the description below. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to run another command called git status. And what this does is that it tells us what changes have been made since our previous version. And since we don't have a version right now, we're just going to see that we have some new files. So let's go ahead and run this command. So there's a lot of text that comes out. The most important part is here. So Git is just telling us that there is a new file called config.js and a new folder called source that are not being tracked. Track in our version history. And that's correct because we actually don't have a version history. So our next step is to create our first version. And we have to do two things to make this happen. The first thing we have to do is to pick which changes we want in our next version. And to do that, we're going to use this command, git add. So git actually allows us to pick which changes we want in our next version. So we actually don't have to have both of these in the next version. We actually just pick config.js by adding it like this. So if we give this command, Git will only put this in the next version, and this source folder will be left out. On the other hand, if I give a folder to git add,
Git
it's going to add all of the files inside the folder, including any subfolders. So for our first example, let's just add all of these into the next version. And a shortcut for doing this is git add dot. So the dot in command line represents the current folder that the command line is running in. And if you remember,
Everything.
at the beginning when we started up the command line, there status again to verify that it worked. So now you can see we have two new files that are ready to be put in our version history. So remember that git add doesn't actually create a new version, it just lets us pick which changes we want in the next version. So to create a new version, we're going to use another git command, which is git commit -m. So a version in Git is known as a commit. As the story progresses, I'm going to be using the words commit and commit history instead of add m. So a version in Git is known as a commit. As the story progresses, I'm going to be using the words commit and commit history instead of version and version history, just to help you get familiar with the Git terminology. But for now, I'm going to use version just because we're comparing with the Google Docs version history feature. So -m here means we are attaching a message to this commit. So you always want to attach a message to a commit just to describe what you changed, so that when you're looking at this commit down the road, you'll know exactly what happened. So since we're just practicing, I'm going to give a very simple commit message, version 1. And to run
Slash message. Okay. Alright.
run this command, and we're going to press enter. And that's it. We just created the first version in our version history. So I realized that depending on your computer, you might actually get an error message that looks like this, fatal. If you didn't get an error, then feel free to skip ahead. So this means that Git is requiring you to configure an email and a name to Git that will be attached to your commit along with your commit message. So we're going to explain right after what this means, but to get past this error, you just have to run these two commands. So you're going to run git config -global user.email, and then you're going to give your email, and we're also going to configure our name. So git config -global user.name, and I'm going to put my name, and you can put your name. And now we're going to run git commit again. And that should work successfully. So you can see there's a lot of text out here. We're going to go through it one by one. So in this section, we're basically saying that two files were modified, and there were 4 lines of code added. And if you look at the code, we actually do have 4 lines of code. So that's what this section describes. And in this section, Git is basically just warning us that we haven't configured a username or an email to Git. So in addition to your message that you attach to each commit, you also want to attach your name and your email. That way, in case one of your changes breaks the website, your teammates know who to blame. So that's what we're going to do next. And all we have to do is actually just follow these commands. So git config -global user.name. So I'm going to put my name, you can put your name. and git config dash global.
What's learning and turning it through? Config global edit. My email ain't that. Um, what is my name in here? Alright, and Gotra is the real one. What the fuck is even going on here?
User.email, not even add super. We've configured git log.
How do I get it out of this?
So this is our version history. You can see that we only have one version in here right now, which is the one we just created. And here is our commit message. Here is the author's name and email. So notice that we configured the name and email after we created the commit. So that's why we have a default name and email based on my computer. And that's it. We just learned how to add new versions to our version history. Later on, we'll learn how to go back and forth between previous versions of your code. But for now, I do want to show you one other thing. So let's say that while you're creating this commit, you make a mistake. So for example, you misspelled the commit message or you forgot to add a change. So how do we deal with that? So let's set this up and let's just add another change here. Change.js. And let's say that we actually wanted this file to be in our previous commit. What do we do? So the way to fix this is just to create our new version as normal. So we're going to do git add commit and git commit -m version 1. So here you can fix your spelling if you made a spelling mistake. And instead of just changing this, we're also going to give --amend. So what --amend means is that instead of creating a new commit, these changes are just going to go in the previous commit. So let's press enter to run this command. And now we're going to run git log again. As you can see, we still only have one version in our version history, and the extra file that we created has been added to that version. So that's how you can edit a commit in case you mess up. Now I want to show you how you can visualize the changes that Git is tracking inside your code editor. So a lot of editors have Git integrations these days that allow you to see what changes Git is tracking inside your editor instead of just in the command line. So I'll show you how that works. So the editor I'm using is called Visual Studio Code. So you might be using a different code editor, so you have to check if your editor supports Git integration. So in VS Code, we can actually visualize since the previous version. So let's go ahead and make some changes here. I'm just going to change this to version 2, and here as well, I'm going to change this to version 2. So now if I go into this section, this is the Git section, we have our changes that we made to Git here. So this is the same thing as running Git status in the command line, except we can actually visualize it in our code. So if I select one of these changes, we can actually see what code we have changed in this file. Here, so the file area. Check out all this application. This is app set change.js. This is the same thing as doing now we're gonna create.
Wait, this is so boring. How do I get a badge in this, bro? Like technology that I knew or something. Okay, colonizing. Write a program that let the integer and that keeps calling for. What? Add a number, bro. Write a function name calls that has one parameter name number. If number is even, then call it addition to print number /2 and return their value. If or then goes to print and return message, then okay, first make this it happen. Okay, and then import time. Okay, import time, and then what I want to do is make an with the parameter name function collays COLA collays with the parameter number and number. Okay, if number, what the fuck, I need to see Okay, percentage 2 equals to 0, then do this. What the fuck? Unexpected. Did I forget how to do function? Oh, define. Define, alright. Define, I forgot about that. So if this is even, so print return return number slash 2 else number else then it's definitely or 0, but I'm not gonna do that shit, so I'm just gonna do easily not even elif return 3 into number plus 1. All right, and then all right, and print enter number equals to end um and input okay, and then trace number equals to trace a print trace number what does slash do? Floor division, what? How am I supposed to understand this operand? I fucking forgot what operand even is, bro. Oh my god, my laptop is way too hot, bro. What the fuck? Bruh. Wait the fuck up. Okay. 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 Cross this out and take this out. Bluetooth off. Keyboard off. Bro, the fucking fans are going nuts. Alright. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. So A is this 3 into 3, 9 plus 1, 10. You're right. Okay. Let's let the user enter that keeps and that keeps calling on the number until the okay. Okay. You want me to call the function again and again? While doesn't equals to 1. Okay. Oh, fucking hell, I forgot about that. No, same number. It doesn't have number. Okay. Let's start off with this. Okay, just start off with this and then this. While my code trace number doesn't equals to 1. Oh, then it won't display 1. Then do but there's no dual in Python. While true, equal true. Mm, quote trace number. If equals to 1, is the exit. Is that exit? There's some kind of inception going on, bitch. Do this and then time dot sleep for 1 second. Not 1 second, 0.1 second. Bro, why the fuck did it become so? Time dot sleep. Okay. I think it should print that. What the fuck it prints like this? No, I can do like this to improve this. Mm. I just want to know why this is bad. Mm, okay. Okay, I can use it here. Try. Why the fuck? You don't sleep? Fuck you, man. Why the fuck is this not even working, man? I gotta work? Don't think harder. I don't know how to do this, so I'm trying to trying to learn. Do not think harder. You don't have inbuild. What the fuck is this, bitch? Hold up. Ouch. Hmm. Where the fuck is time to sleep, bitch? Oh fucking hell. This is CPU intensive box, by the way. Boo boo. Oh fucking hell. Man, what the fuck did he say? Amanda something? Get amend. Okay, what I need to do is get add data, commit Okay, commit. Commit. Amend. What the fuck should I go back? No. It's been that long? Dang. Git commit append no edit. Can you go back, bitch? I think the whole video that's. Let me check this. And this broker or not. This is the previous, I think. Yes.
Wait, I got a fucking motivation it.
What the fuck?
I think I
Okay.
can look at it, but can't.
Why do I
Man.
sound so tapped?
Okay.
Oh, this is this video. Alright, this is this video. Okay, I'm done with function. Debugging is important, they said. So it's 11:04 p.m. So I think like I will finish debugging. All right. Do you have a video stuff of this? Automate the boring stuff. Copy.
Hey guys, welcome back. We continue with the book Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, and in this video we're going to cover debugging. You can read the book for free by heading over to automatetheboringstuff.com, or if you prefer a physical copy of the book, there's a link in the description down below. As we write more and more complex programs, it's quite likely that we are sometimes going to introduce some bugs, and of course we need to figure out how we can resolve and fix those bugs. There are a number of different techniques that we are going to look at. First of all, we can work with logging and also assertions, and then we're also going to take a look at how we can work with the debugger. Python raises an exception whenever it tries to execute invalid code. We already saw in one of the previous videos that we can work with try except statement to cover cases in which an exception would be raised, but we can also raise our own exceptions. And to have a look at an example, let's head over to our code editor. So here I'm using the new editor. Let's open the REPL, and we're going to have a look at how we can raise an exception. So we always use the raise keyword in order to raise an exception, and then we call the exception function, and as an argument we pass the error message we want to display to the exception function. So as we run that, we can see we get back our exception and the error message we provided, and we also get the notification back where that exception was raised. So here we only have one line, so that's being returned. So this is how we can raise an exception purposely without a try except block. In most cases, however, we would be working with a try except statement in the context of the program. And let's take a look at an example here. So here we have a function called boxprint that takes three arguments, a symbol, a width, and a height. And this function is going to print out a certain pattern by multiplying the symbol here that's provided with the width, and then we are basically adding white spaces around it, and we are creating a box with a certain character. There are certain conditions that need to be met. So for instance, this symbol can only be a single character, therefore we are checking for the length of the character here, and if it's not equal to 1, then we raise an exception with a helpful error message, so that the symbol must be a single character string. We are also checking if the width is less than or equal to 2, and then we raise another exception, and we are also checking for the height that's provided. We're then trying to call our boxprint function down here with 4 different sets of arguments, and if none of these if clauses here are met, no exceptions are raised, then
Bruh, I'm gonna read this shit. Okay, raise an exception there. Begin then go in chapter 4, you handle Python exceptions. It tries step statement so your program could recover from exception you anticipated, but you can also raise your own exception in the code. Raising an exception is a way of saying stop running this code and move the program execution to the SAM except statement. Define a box. Alright. Alright. Define symbol doesn't equals to 1, then raise exception. This exception group too, bro. So it's a string. Alright. If width is less than or equals to 2, raise exception height must be greater than 2. And the fuck the mod click is inside. Okay, understand for height gaps plus symbols. Alright, concatenation of strings. Mm, Okay, symbol in the width. This will make an error. Okay. Why the fuck is this not working, bruh? Okay. If and I can't do no more, bear. I'm way too bored to be doing this. Let it but so goodbye, brothers. Oh, I'm way too sleepy for this to work out. Bye bye. Look at this, bro. Ooh, TV in the corner. Oh my god, in the corner. Oh, not in the thing. At the corner.